Crockett.
All right, I'm caught up now. Here's our first voicemail. We'll be right back.
Voicemail.
Oh, hello, baby, ladies and gentlemen. It's the one only American Dream, that's the Rose, if you will. And I just want to congratulate the rest of the Mayhem show on finally getting this 200th episode, baby. Now you have about 18 million to go before you reach the pinnacles of Raw's war, baby, yeah. And the American Dream, that's the Rose. Let everyone know that the Mayhem show dimes. Kings and queens. And hours, just like Dennis Gregory, dimes on pork and beans. Especially the pork. Those boys are really into it, if you know what I'm saying, if you will. Have a good show, ladies and gentlemen. And the Rose will see you. Don't lose.
All right. Some celebrities. Wow. Actually, there's a few more here. And again, some best wishes for the 204 years we've been doing this. Holy shit. We're going into the fourth year. What's that?
Nice to see Dusty coming out.
Yeah, it's good to see him doing something, you know. So we got another one here. And I think this one, I think this might be someone from last night.
Well, you know something, brothers. You got the Hulkster on the #1 wrestling podcast about all the internets, brother. And I'm here to tell you that the 200th episode of the Wrestling Mayhem Show is the biggest thing to hit the internet since the fucking keyboard tap, brother. And you know what else, brothers? Now that we're at 200, the Hulkster's going to come in, going to take everything over, and then I'm going to completely not do what I said by pushing younger talent and make sure it's all the same guys coming back to form the Mayhem WO, brothers. What are you dudes going to do when the Chachi, the Sorgatron, the DJ Lunchbox, the Doc Remedy, the Mayhem Missy, and the Ashley Hoover run wild on you?
That actually just reminds me of when Chachi took over at one time.
Oh, please. Sorg, we don't want to sully this 200th episode with dark eras in the Mayhem Show like that.
That is true. That is true. All right.
Although, I think we could do a Mayhem World Order.
Maybe if this is 10 years ago.
I think that's a shirt, Sorg.
Mayhem World Order?
We're taking over the tubes.
Writing a note to myself as I play this next voicemail. We'll be back. I'm not going anywhere. Why did I say we're back?
Hey, yo.
WrestleFan?
Small Japan. I'm trying to leave a message. Wrestling Mayhem Show. Because hosts are a really big fan of them. And they have, like, the M. Bicentennial show or something. I don't know. This is Homestar. What a quick little note here of congratulations to my illegitimate son, the WrestleFan, on making it to 200. And I hear you finally got your big wheel license, so you can drive around. Oh wait, well, I think I have a bowl of melonade in the oven, so I need to go now. But happy Bicentennial Wrestling Mayhem Show. Bye.
All right.
Did he say it was an M. Bicentennial?
I think so. I think so. All right. Well,
wow. Okay. And it's nice to know we finally know WrestleFan's dad is.
Mystery's getting solved here on the 200 episode of the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
See, we answered those questions you've been asking for months, ladies and gentlemen. We're not lost.
Questions you didn't know you knew the answers, wanted to know the answers to, are here. All right, here's another one. We got a lot of these.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mad Dad calling from Polk, New York. On this auspicious occasion,
Auspicious?
was to recollect what the meaning of numbers are. 200 episodes. That's a bicentennial. And from what I've met of Ave, pi has many reasons and many meanings. In Roman numerals, 200 is CC. Something tells me that something to do with a cock comes to mind.
All right, I gotta say, first time I heard this at this point, I thought it was this Asif Mondi from Daily Show was calling in about the middle there. Just the way he said those last couple of sentences were very interesting. All right, there's more.
In binary, the number is 11001010. A lot of straight numbers with a lot of zeros.
Wait a minute.
It seems to apply.
What?
I'm not sure. Good luck, guys. Thanks a lot. You guys are doing a great job. I listen to you all around the world on the web, and it gives me a lot of laughs when I'm in different countries. Thanks.
Excellent.
And for those of you who don't know, that was indeed my dad.
Yes, he did say Mad Dad at the beginning there.
Yes, because that is what we have coined him.
Yes. All right, we got two more real quick.
Hello.
Ooh, yeah, Mayhemers. You know exactly who the fuck this is? You know exactly why the fuck I'm here. However, I forgot. Hold on, it'll come to me. I think it's got something to do with,
you last
a lot of episodes. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are up to what? 122 now? Something like that? I don't know, the Macho Man. The Macho Man's New Year's resolution to not do coke has not gone that well, as I'm sure you can probably guess. But, yeah. Well, anyway, the Macho Man just wants to congratulate all you guys for getting up to however many episodes.
Hey, Missy, do you know what time it is?
Oh, God, I got so
I'm
much
sure it has to be a pretty big number, otherwise the Macho Man wouldn't have called. But, yeah, so we'll have a lot of fun with the show. Keep it on. You guys are doing it great. You know the Macho Man will always be here to impact the show. No pun intended, Hulkster. And, by the way, look for the Macho Man in Iron Man 2, Captain America, Spider-Man 4, Ant-Man 4, and probably the Adventures of Tintin. Anyway, have a great show, guys, and congratulations. Oh, yeah, I like it.
Excellent. If you might have heard there, DJ Lunchbox has joined us on the line. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we're just
it's the DJ LB.
Hey.
It is. It's me. It's doing stuff.
You sound really good tonight.
Well, that is because I am running the new Windows 7.
It fixed all your problems?
It seriously did. With my old version, I was running XP, and I had 1,000 knobs to figure out how to properly set up my microphone. But hey,
right,
that is all.
You and Sorg both need to work on your knobs.
Yeah, I'm having some knob issues myself.
Yeah, so, Lunchbox, was Windows 7 your idea?
Oh, I get it. Like in the commercial.
Yeah.
Actually, Windows 7 was Chachi's idea.
Don't be giving him any more credit. Come on.
Don't give Chachi any credit for anything. God.
Totally his idea. I can't help myself.
The only thing I will give Chachi credit for is for throwing a car seat down the steps outside my apartment.
That totally happened. Yeah.
Alright, so we got one more voicemail. We'll roll into the Indie Minute here real quick, and we'll get to the rest of the festivities.
Hello, Wrestling Mayhem Show. This is your favorite superstar, Santino Marel. And I'm here to congratulate you on your bisexual episode. Yes, Santino is very happy that you have all reached your bisexual episode. And Santino would just like to say a happy
bisexual to you. Happy bisexual to you. Happy bisexual to Wrestling Mayhem Show. This is Chad the Chad. Happy bisexual to you. And many more.
Did Santino just process his fandom of Chad the Shad?
I think he did. Well, I mean, he was talking about being bisexual. I don't know.
And I think we found the title of our show. Yes, getting that down now. All right, guys. Real quick, I don't know what news you guys might have, but a few announcements. So let's get right into the Indie Minute. 1 second here. When this works. Of course, when I do want it to play something.
Guess what, kids? It's time for the Indie Minute!
All right, it's the Indie Minute. We're going to throw down some news.
It's awesome.
That's spectacular.
I have the same reaction to that I had to the Mrs. New entrance theme last night.
Yeah, wasn't that cool?
That was awesome.
Well,
you could hear WrestleFan's voice in that child applause too.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's good. It's nice to incorporate him.
If you're in the Pittsburgh area, you need to make absolutely no plans for the end of this month if you enjoy wrestling. Because you're going to have to pick amongst at least 3 shows just in the Pittsburgh area. First of all, let's get to our friends of the show, IWCWrestling.com. IWC Kickoff, the first show under the new management. They've already announced a rematch between DeMarco and Shima, and as everybody here knows, that it was pretty spectacular last time it went down in December. And I guess there's going to be a special guest referee that's to be announced. Is the news there?
I'm gonna spoil it.
What's it gonna be?
It's me. It's me.
It's DDP?
No, it's me.
Oh, it's Mad Mike is apparently the guest referee for.
I talked to Chuck Roberts. He's like, yeah, sure, come on, it'll be great.
All right. Also, they've already signed the Super Indie qualifiers for. I think it's happening at kickoff.
Holy shit! Super Indie qualifiers already?
Yep. Logan Shulo versus John McChesney. And waiting for that. And Johnny Gargano versus Jason Gorey. Bananas. So, yeah, and they're for the 30th. Now, as far as your other choices for that weekend, we got Far North Wrestling that Friday up at the Chess Arena, right down the road from my boy Big Daddy Shit up there. FNW is going to be there. Sterling James Keenan, friend of the show, against Shima Zion up there. Also the German heavyweight champion, there's quotes around that, Joseph von Schmidt versus Giant T-Ratula.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yes, it does.
Amazing.
That sounds like something I'd see in Kaiju Big Battle.
It does sound like that. It's fnwwrestling.net if you want more information about that. Whoa, was that one of you guys?
Did something transform over there?
I don't know.
That was my mistake.
Oh, yeah, you got a little. I don't know what happened to you over there. Yeah, I mean, you're not horrible, but also Saturday, January 30th, NWAEast.org, Genesis 3 at the Jacob Wall Pavilion in McKeesport. All they have so far is Ashton Amherst and Ryan Mitchell. There's history there. See what else. KSWA, who Lunchbox, I think you and me both found out about this through Twitter, through one Bill Peduto.
Yes, that's exactly right. He was the special guest ring bell guy. I don't remember. He was there. So
actually more wrestling happening in this town than I thought. They're going to be January 23rd at the Lawrenceville Moose, right in Pittsburgh. And there are requests to get Ryan Mitchell on the show from NWA. So, I don't know if anybody knows anybody at NWA. Maybe they should hook us up. You know, I don't know. I don't play board games with anybody over there or anything. Anyways, moving on.
I think this is the first time in a while I'm completely confused.
Don't worry about it. Firestorm
You didn't
Pro.
play Mayhemopoly, did you?
No. Firestorm Pro has a show February 5th. Sorry, I lost Smith. Bill Collier and Raymond Rowe, I Quit match between J-Rock and The Aftermath. And it's at Fantasy up in Lakewood, Ohio. Let's see what else we got kicking off the new year. Black Diamond Wrestling, January 15th, up over in Brilliant, Ohio. Didn't see any matches for that yet. But last I knew, Chest Flexor was pretty big over there. So,
Sir, Chest Flexor is big everywhere.
True that. No matches announced at this point. And of course, you check that out, blackdiamondwrestling.com. I forgot to mention FNW something. FNW Wrestling. No, that's wrong. FirestormPro.com. There we go. And that's all I have for now. Let me check real quick somebody else. Also, Saturday, January 30th. Holy shit.
Wow.
In
That's
Belle
a lot of
Vernon,
wrestling.
PA. Southwestern PA has 3 wrestling shows on the same night. Is there something going on out there, guys? Are the local feds having a war? Is that what's going on now? Because that's ridiculous. But yeah, CWF is having a show at Belle Vernon High School, Belle Vernon, PA. I don't believe that's too far off, if I recall my geography. Yeah,
No, that's not far.
But yeah, that's all I got for anime. You guys got anything else?
Indie Race Wars, fight. Indie Race Wars, black, white.
Yeah. So
Blame WrestleFan for that one.
I think that is it for the Indie Minute. Lunchbox, we played some what the hell was that? Chi Chi Bang Bang or something. I can't remember.
It was oh fuck. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. DDP. Anyone?
Yeah, I remember that stuff. Unfortunately. So what should we listen to next, sir?
What? Man, you asked the best questions.
Well, how about if we play something called Round Again that I find here?
Round Again. That sounds awesome. That sounds. Let's play that. Something for that.
Wow.
Fantastic. Is there anything we want to tell people around it or about it?
Maybe I can fill them in after the song.
Okay. We're going to listen to it, then we're going to let you know what you listen to. We'll be right back. This is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, number 200. We're just as technically proficient as episode -2. We'll be right back.
been there too. You've been there too. Don't think the right side up or up and down. So come back around to the circle, relive. To the circle, relive. You think the right side up or up and down. So come back around.
This is Norman Hilton of the Strong Hilton Podcast.
Relive. To the circle, relive.
This is George Rutherford, former writer for WWE SmackDown. Fuck TNA, and you're listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
DJ Lunchbox of the Wrestling Mayhem Show
Oh, I'm sorry, champ. I think I ate your chocolate squirrel.
at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
We are back. It's the Wrestling Mayhem Show. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I think I am. After my little
Sir,
run. Yes,
Sir, you need to have a little bit more gusto.
gusto.
It's the Wrestling
It's
Mayhem
the Wrestling
Show.
Mayhem Show, damn it! Sorry.
Episode number 200.
My little jog around the building earlier didn't help.
Number 20-aught.
I didn't realize podcasting would take this much exercise. And I don't have anything down here. I don't have anything to drink. I don't have any caffeine or anything. I could really use it right now.
I bet you could use some Pocky Sorg.
I could use some Pocky, but my dog ate all the rest. No lie.
Pichu.
No lie.
Pichu's a Pock block.
All right, you got me on that one. Lunchbox. Lunchbox. Lunch.
I think he's muted.
Is he muted? Did he mute
No,
himself?
I'm totally here.
Okay. All right. Are we talking about that thing we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second. I got something for you, sir.
Whoa.
Hold on. I gotta
That thing?
I gotta find the right button. We're working on this.
Okay, where are the sweaty dicks? It's time for some sweaty dick punching.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Here's the mallet!
Oh God! I gotta stop hitting that.
Where are the sweaty dicks? It's time for some sweaty dick punching.
Everybody loves sweaty dick punching. And you know what that means? You know what sweaty dick punching on the Wrestling Mayhem Show means? It means it's time for us to talk a little bit about MMA. Now, I don't have a lot of MMA news for you. However, UFC 101... Oh,
sorry, I hit it again.
Oh my God.
That's
UFC 101... What the fuck is... Somebody shooting lasers in my head. What's going on here?
Sorry about that. It's all going crazy.
Oh, man. UFC 108 took place this previous Saturday, January 2nd, 2010, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. 13,255 people in attendance, a total gate of around $2 million. I'm not fucking around. Headlined by Rashad Evans versus Thiago Silva, but we'll get to that in just a short minute here. It was supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus Shane Carwin for the UFC Heavyweight Championship. It was rescheduled from 106 to 108, but alas, Brock Lesnar almost died. So, it was removed, and Silva versus Evans was bumped up. Now, Rashad Evans fighting this fight because he was supposed to fight Quentin Rampage Jackson, but as we all know with him, he left to go become a movie star, and holy crap, sorry, I was being attacked by an animal. He left to go be a movie star, and that didn't work out well, so he's coming back, and Rashad Evans did win his fight against Thiago Silva. It wasn't KO or anything, just a unanimous decision, but thanks to that win, he will go on to fight Quentin Rampage Jackson in the mildly delayed fight that we've all been waiting and salivating for. Not too much else of note. Dustin Haslett defeated Paul Daly in catchweight 172-pound battle, knockout via punches in round 1. It's like I said, not a whole lot of news coming out of this, but nevertheless, we did get to use our new mixed martial arts sounder.
And that's all I wanted.
That's all right. Up next, there's a UFC Fight Night headlined by Gray Maynard versus Nate Diaz, a former TUF competitor, the Ultimate Fighter. After that is UFC 109, which should be headlined by Randy Couture. That's right, Randy Couture fighting once again versus Mark Coleman, two legends of the sport going to town. So that has been your mixed martial arts
LB,
report.
I have a question. Is that the one that's supposed to take place on Monday?
Is what?
That fight night.
No. Let's take a look.
Because don't they have something going up right up against Raw?
Let's see here.
I heard about that.
January 11th. Yeah, January 11th, 2010 will be the one.
Yeah, because actually, I have well, I need to bring it up for a second, but I have Dana White being asked about going up right against Raw, and he had some interesting comments, as Dana White is prone to have. Let me just quick second.
Yeah, I heard him talking, saying something about Vince McMahon. I don't know anything about the details.
Yeah, that was basically. I just wanted to bring up the quote he had because Dana White is a very, very quotable man.
That's true. He'll say anything.
For a cookie?
Yeah.
Let me see here if I can.
All right, while you're figuring this out, I'm going to put my Snuggie back on.
I got it. Found it. Quote, I love Vince. He's a fucking animal, isn't he? I mean, we're not trying to go against him. That night is the night Spike wanted to fight. Spike wanted the fight that night, so that's the night they called for it, and Vince goes into fucking war mode. He's calling up Mike Tyson, he's bringing the guy back, and The Rock might come back. I love it. He's a fucking animal. You never heard me say, you've never heard me say, we're going to kick the shit out of Monday Night Raw. You've never heard me say that. I think we're two totally different pro wrestling. Oh, wow. I think we're two totally different. Pro wrestling is totally different than the UFC and mixed martial arts, and I respect this guy. I like Vince McMahon. I've had breakfast with him. He's a good guy, but he is a fucking animal. I'm not trying to beat him on Monday night. I don't think that we would beat him. Those guys pull killer ratings. It's been the highest rated show on television forever. We're just putting a fight on Monday night because Nick won't. So, begrudging respect for one Vince McMahon, and Vince is a fucking animal.
I would have loved to see that breakfast between Dana White and Vince McMahon.
What? Or you mean Shane?
Dana White said he had breakfast with Vince McMahon. I would have loved to have been there for that.
Wow, that could have been interesting.
That sounds like a very intriguing breakfast.
Yes.
Are you wearing a Snuggie?
I'm wearing a Snuggie.
You know it's on the menu? On the menu?
That's awesome.
Pain.
Sir, I am like on with the Snuggie ever since Christmas. We got like 3 of them in the house now.
That's awesome.
And,
Snuggies are the shit.
And as you mentioned the Snuggie, I wore my Snuggie as well, not as I jumped in the river, but before I jumped in the river, and quite promptly after I jumped in the river last Friday on New Year's Day. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, you didn't warn me, Lunchbox. You didn't warn me. Nobody warned me.
Warned you about what?
Okay.
That it was going to be cold?
Yes. It's okay. They come back eventually.
They come back eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chachi was on a day-long search for his nuts. Although, in true fashion show method, I showed up with my Snuggie. He wore his bathrobe the entire day, well, the entire morning, including into Hard Rock, who were kind enough to open early for us. Yeah.
So, to be fair, Chachi was on a search for his nut and a half.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I might have
keep continuity here.
I might have broken my middle toe. I'm not sure yet. We're kind of seeing how that looks.
Okay.
What's that?
I've got no feeling in it.
No. I got feeling in it. It just doesn't look too nice right now.
Wow.
So
The overshare mayhem, sir.
what? No, my toe. My toe.
Oh.
My middle toe might be broken.
Delete.
We gotta fix the Skype connection. So yeah, there's a video up on my YouTube, youtube.com/SPSJuggalo. I wish I could change that. If you want to check that out, I want to have a longer video up soon. I have like about half edited at this point. Because I was doing all this fun stuff for the Mayhem show. So before we go on, well, you know what? Actually, we'll get into the next segment. We'll bring up Mayhem football because we do need to kind of recap the end of the season. And we have plenty of news. We got plenty of. I think all we're going to be talking about is last night, right, guys?
What happened last night? Was there like wrestling on or something? Because
the Hurricane did the same thing on the Twitter.
So Cole Cabana.
And Claudio tried to get people to watch ROH. Or Claudio.
I watched ROH for a minute, but Colbert was on. So, although now
I like you, Claudio.
Dude, Colbert was awesome.
Yeah.
Had his new HD set.
Yes. We'll get to that. Lunchbox, what's the final song we haven't listened to yet? Do you have something?
We have heard the first song we heard too was Bada Bing Bada Boom from the Gangsters of Love, and after that we heard Round Again from Circulatory System off of the album Signal Morning. But finally we will be wrapping things up by playing the Truck Fighters. The name of the song is In Search of the off of the album Gravity X off of Photorama Records. Truck Fighters. Why don't you come out? And you heard it first, right here on the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show recommends highspots.com for all of your wrestling needs. Whether you're a wrestling fan, worker, or promoter, looking for figures, DVDs, or equipment, High Spots has what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm Sorgatron from the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Whenever I want to buy my Lita and Edge figures so I can make them anatomically correct with some model paint and have my very own live sex celebration, I get them at highspots.com. But not the modeling paint.
Click the link for High Spots on WrestlingMayhemShow.com to support the show when you want to purchase anything wrestling related. High Spots has what you're looking for.
Hey, listen up. This is SJK, Sterling James Keenan. You're listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Sword of the Wrestling Mayhem crew.
Let your instincts guide you.
At WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
What's up, guys? Wrestling Mayhem Show. We are here as the, the roundtable segment of the show.
Yeah.
We got a Wrestle fan in the background. Wrestle fan. Wrestle fan. I got for that last thing, and like I was mentioning in the chat room, I want to get. I have a script for you. I want to send you. It involves a race car bed, and I want you to call it into the hotline. And
honestly, I'm not that surprised.
I think you'll enjoy it, and you can add a little bit wherever you'd like.
Wait, what?
Don't worry, it's for the High Spots commercial. Let's move on.
Did we just turn into Wrestling Mayhem Theater?
Sounds a little illegal.
So, guys, what were we supposed to talk about when we came back?
ROH.
ROH.
You know, the big ROH show from last night.
The only hour of wrestling.
To talk about WCW.
The only hour of wrestling we got all night was ROH, and
to be fair, WCW always had a really good undercard. So
yeah.
And well, we'll get into that with
We got the clicking. We'll deal with the clicking a little bit. I think that might be the Wrestle fan. I'm not sure.
That's Wrestle fan and his WrestleCopter.
Yeah, that's all right.
Seriously,
we'll do it that a little bit.
WrestleCopter 20/10.
So let's get right into it, guys. Last night was the big Monday Night War, and the first time we've had 3 shows on at the same time, thanks to ROH joining the fray.
Hot damn.
So, well, I guess the question is, what did you watch? What was your method for handling last night? Or did you just stay up really late with the DVR? You know, what'd you do, WrestleFan?
I was pretty much back and forth.
Okay.
I mean, it really just depended on what catched my interests, pretty much. For example, I rather watch the Knockout Tag Title match than Maurice versus Brie Bella. That's just an example.
Okay. And it was kind of interesting how the women's matches kind of went head to head.
Yeah. Well, we saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had heard like a rumor that like some WWE writers were saying that they could put Maurice up against any knockout and watch as only Maurice would draw more ratings than their entire vaunted knockouts division.
Yeah, well,
that's true. Sure enough, if there's a knockout tag match started, next person to walk out was fucking Maurice.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, from what I saw from the match on Raw, the Divas match on Raw, that was something.
It was as good as you could expect from a Divas match.
So I mean, just my opinion.
Whoa.
What?
We're just getting a little bit of static in there.
Someone got electrocuted.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly
garble.
Garble. Tourette's.
But for example, like I said, the Knockouts tag match I thought was pretty good for those that watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the part where Taylor Wilde looked like she blew herself on the ring post.
Yeah, I flipped over to see the end of that match during a commercial break, and I saw Taylor Wilde was like halfway under the ring somehow.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was dead.
She was dead. What about you, Mad Mike? How did you handle the night? By the comments, I was guessing picture-in-picture.
Yeah, I have advanced technology. I was using picture-in-picture.
Excellent.
It was good times. I kept it mostly on Raw. I mean, I watched the first hour of Impact. Then I kept it mostly on Raw. And I caught up on what I missed on TNA after all was over.
Right.
And then I watched Heroes.
Yeah, I haven't got to that yet. I hear I'm not missing much. What about you, LB?
I watched the first hour of Impact, and I felt bad for Homicide, and just the whole thing just made me sick. So when time came, it switched over to Raw, and it stayed on Raw. I did not turn back to Impact at any point in the evening.
Well, did anybody notice? I presume the majority of us here did fully watch the entire first hour of Raw, right?
I did pretty much on and off. I got to see. Obviously, I watched Bret Hart's opening segment more than Hogan.
Now, did anybody notice about 20 till we started getting mini segment and then commercial over and over again?
Oh my god, the TNA with their fucking commercials.
That was bad. That was rough. You're trying to keep my attention through until WWE.
I think the worst part with TNA is that there would be times where like they wouldn't really do anything during the time where there wasn't commercial. Like there would be a recap video, like one of them was like a recap video, Hogan, and then Jarrett walking through it, and then there's another commercial.
Yeah, and even as it was, like I believe I was on Twitter last night going, it's like, okay, TNA, you've had an hour to convince me not to turn over and see what Bret Hart is doing. You've lost. You know, I
honestly, there should have been a lot of stuff from the second and third hour that should have been moved to the first hour.
Weren't there only 2 matches in the first hour? There was the Steel Asylum match, which ended in a no contest, and then Jeff Hardy came out.
I don't even count Impact as having a match for the first hour.
Yeah.
Because Steel Asylum had a DQ in a cage.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
Terrorist matches, crap.
And plus, I'm sorry, but I think it was comical how long it fucking took Homicide to climb out of that cage.
Well, I was like, what is he doing?
He never actually climbed out of the cage through the top. They let him out through the side.
I thought his foot was stuck.
Oh, no, I thought he just like fell or whatever.
Yeah, he eventually fell.
I love how Mike Tenay is like, oh, he's just showing off now. Brr.
Yeah, Mike Tenay.
Oh, that's right, because he couldn't climb out and they all pulled him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I watched the recap of the Jeff Hardy.
And then Jeff Hardy shows up, only to get indicted on every single fucking charge the next day. Jeff Hardy is retarded. I hope he gets fucked right in prison.
Was it just me, or did Jeff Hardy look like an emo Johnny Damon?
Jesus Christ. I was watching dinner. I was eating dinner during the Steel Power match. And then because I was chatting with Lunchbox during the first hour, and then I just see all caps lock, and then I run to the TV and I see him on top of the cage running around. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Jeff Hardy hates money.
And I told him specifically, anyone who retires from WWE, they don't retire. They just go to TNA. Even if they say they're not going to go to TNA, they end up in TNA.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy showing up, like, not to mention the fact that it completely took away from the entire X Division.
Right.
Like, the entire X Division was in that match, and then Jeff Hardy comes in and completely overshadows the whole goddamn thing. And I'm like, really, TNA? This is how you push your new stars and show real wrestling?
Well, when have they talked about having real wrestling last?
Oh, don't...
Huh. So that's what I said, like, if they would... I think they would have switched the... if they would have switched the first 2 matches they had on the first hour, the knockout title match and the Steel Asylum match, to the second hour, and replaced that with the tag title match and McGuinness and Burke, I think it would have showed a pretty different... I mean, it would show different onto TNA making them stay on their product instead of just switching to WWE.
Now, I want to go back a sec, because I actually didn't notice until LB mentioned something. So Jeff Hardy had his thing today. about his drug charges. It was according to wrestling-radio.com. North Carolina grand jury has determined that there is enough evidence to put former WWE superstar and current TNA on trial to answer the drug charges stemming from a September 11th arrest. Probable cause hearing has been scheduled for the 27th of this month to determine if there would be enough evidence to indict Hardy. So he was not actually indicted yet.
No, he was indicted.
Or prosecution has chosen to forego the hearing in order to move the case to the grand jury. So
they're retrying it, basically.
Okay. Jeff Hardy will stand trial on the following charges: felony possession of cocaine, felony drug trafficking of opium, 2 counts of felony possession with intent to redistribute a Schedule III drug, maintaining a dwelling for drug use and or distribution, misdemeanor charge of possession and drug paraphernalia. That list doesn't look like it's gotten smaller since the last time we've seen.
No.
Which
No, that didn't get smaller at all.
Yeah, that's a concern. That's a concern.
Jeff, the main problem I have with Jeff showing up on TNA is the fact that he was still in so good with WWE. I mean, I'm willing to bet that Vince would have sent one of WWE's lawyers to represent Jeff Hardy, like as a favor. I mean, they're still selling his shirts, his action figures, his DVD. He's still in good with WWE. So what does he do? He shits on Vince's very expensive shoes by showing up for the competition the night of the big quote-unquote war. Jeff Hardy hates money, and he hates good decisions.
You know, honestly, I think the only reason Jeff Hardy was there was because Dixie Carter wasn't going to sign Shannon Moore otherwise.
Yeah, that's kind of weird afterwards. Just like, hey, it's...
Yeah, because like Shannon Moore was like, I think I called it. Oh, I called because like someone mentioned, one of my friends mentioned that Shannon Moore was acting like his MFer days, and I said, so what does that make him, a jackass now, with JA being Jeff Addict or whatever?
Whoa! Hey, Wrestle. I think that's.
And another thing was like, Jeff Hardy, you know, whether you liked it or not, which I didn't like, it was a surprise.
Yes.
It was shocking. Flair coming in, even though we didn't expect it, it was still, you know, pretty good surprise.
It was still a statement.
I was surprised by Flair.
Then they start bringing in guys like Val Venus for some reason.
Hey, be fair. That's Sean Morley.
Yeah, whatever. But I mean,
you don't talk bad about Val Venus, my friend.
They bring in Val Venus. They bring in Baby Raper Orlando Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, WrestleFan can never go to the Impact Zone anymore.
Yeah, that was, and then they bring in, of course. I mean, I expected this, but I thought TNA would have some hope, but they bring in the Nasty Boys.
Yeah. Now, again, I didn't watch those segments with all those guys we just mentioned, with Hall and Nash and X-Pac. I understand, like, all those old guys, like, for the most part, weren't they kind of like, they're not letting them in the building?
Yeah.
TNA has the worst security of all time.
Pregnant.
Wait, what about Scott Hall?
I'm sorry.
Scott Hall looks hungover and pregnant.
Oh, let me bring up a comment
VH1
relating to that, and maybe we'll get a little bit into this other one. But doesn't Bret Hart look a lot better than Scott Hall? For somebody that's had a stroke, he's had a stroke.
Bret Hart
He's
had
the
2
Stoke
strokes.
Hitman.
Scott Hall has drunk himself into a stroke, apparently, and Bret's looking pretty good for it. He's a little dark under those eyes. At least it looks like in HD, but...
Yeah.
I'm surprised Scott got all his lines out. Holy shit.
Yeah. Again, didn't see that
Scott
part.
Hall looked like he had the mumps.
So, I think, going back to the thing with the Nasty Boys, even worse than them coming to TNA is that they're feuding with Team 3D. I mean, one 3D turned heel like 2 months ago, so they're just gonna return him face?
No, that's TNA.
No, 3D's been face. 3D's. Oh no, 3D was heel. That's
No,
right.
because 3D aligns itself with Dino and Neil.
It literally does change every 2 months, though, with TNA. So that's nothing new. Let's take it to. Have you guys seen Hulk Hogan's new T-shirt?
No, I didn't.
Oh, is it the Obama one?
Yes.
Oh, they had signs of it in the crowd or whatever, didn't they?
I don't know about signs of it, but hey, WrestleFan, I'm gonna have to let you go. That's getting a little rough over there.
All right.
Thanks a lot for getting some input in. Hey, we need to hook up and we'll work out your technical issues on the off hours.
He just needs a new headset.
You think it's a
One
new
that
headset?
Dogs won't chew on.
Yeah.
Dogs won't chew on.
My life sucks right now.
All right. Did you say your life sucks right now?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
All right. We'll talk later. We'll see you in the chat room.
All right. See ya.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
Look at that. The WrestleCopter's down. Get to the chopper.
We'll work on this. We're working on this. One thing at a time. Hold on. I think I have it from last night's Twitter. Pittsburgh Craigslist, Shop TNA, Hulk Hogan change. I'll drop this in the chat room. We'll put it on the
Hulk
right
Hogan change.
TNA
We cannot
shop.
believe him, brother.
Yeah, what change was there? Did he talk of the change, or did he just saying change? You know. He's in interviews saying he's in very. What?
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. He's in interviews saying that he's pretty much part of the writing. He's there from the beginning of the day to the end, shaking hands as people leave.
You can tell.
What's that?
You can tell just by watching the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That show reeked of Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
I was surprised that Brutus the Barber Beefcake didn't show up.
Wait
yes.
for it.
He was the only one.
Wait for it. Wasn't he? Yeah, actually, he was booked with the IWC this past year. I think the show got canceled, but yeah.
If I hadn't looked at the spoilers, I would have said I wouldn't be surprised if Brutus Beefcake was the dude under the mask.
What mask?
Oh no.
One who attacked AJ.
Oh, I again didn't see it, but
it's not, but it wouldn't have shocked me.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna be involved, but I'm not seeing the changes yet. Again, I haven't seen the entire episode, so I'll kind of weigh in on that after I see the replay.
Listen, Hulk Hogan is the bullet that TNA has loaded into the gun that will shoot itself. That didn't make a lot of sense. Eric Bischoff is the bullet. Hulk Hogan is the gun, and that's what TNA will use to kill itself.
You know what? That just turned into me with this image of Hulk Hogan trying to chuck Eric Bischoff across the room or something.
It's a whole Megatron Starscream thing with the because he turned into a gun. Look, it doesn't matter. Hulk Hogan's gonna kill that fucking company. All right.
All right.
To be fair, though,
TNA
is not WCW.
Yes. It may as well be. Did you watch it last night?
No.
That was disgusting.
Lunchbox, it's not WCW. WCW have very solid undercard.
This is also true. Although the higher end of the cards looked like it was a lot better. I understand that the angle AJ match was pretty good. Sorry, I'm blanking on names.
The Wolf
Pope and Wolf
match was pretty good.
Pope and Wolf was supposed to be really good, and that was higher end on the card.
The last, there were 3 matches on TNA that were actually really good, but the rest of the show just, my God. And I'm sorry, but the beautiful people play the slowest game of strip poker I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, yet still, but I gotta give them credit. That is one segment that TNA was able to pull off better than WWE. Now, again, didn't see all of it, but I did happen to see Val Venus pop up. Oh, bad choice of words.
That's what she said.
Bad choice of words. Yeah. But notice both shows were really kind of going back to the well as far as their big surprises and everything last night. Both shows really felt like they were hearkening back to 1996.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's just...
Yeah, pretty much. I mean...
Although I really hope and pray that... And I'm sure it won't happen because in professional wrestling there are 2 constants. Vince McMahon and the Montreal Screwjob, and I really want the Montreal Screwjob to just go away.
Yeah, I think it could. This really seems like it's going to a closure thing. I mean, I think we're going to have. I think it's pretty obvious we're going to have Bret Hart and Vince McMahon in some capacity at WrestleMania, and that's gonna be a close to Bret Hart's career and closure to that, and burying the hatchet all around for everybody. And
to be fair, LB, the Montreal Screwjob can't really go away until Bret Hart allows it to. You know? And since he hasn't
it's
been
not
on
just
wrestling in
Bret.
so long.
You can't say it's just Bret. How many times has it been redone in the WWE?
No, but the fact that we've never seen on TV, like, Bret's side of it.
Mm-hmm.
We've always gotten the same angle. We've always gotten Bret screwed Bret. Shawn enjoyed doing it. Triple H probably helped out.
That's not true. There was a whole documentary, Wrestling with Shadows.
But he means on WWE
I don't
TV.
count that. I mean WWE.
Yeah. The story being
WWE,
told
all we've gotten
on
is
the
one
stage.
side of the story.
So, and I think you're going to see that over the next few months.
Can I give you my prediction for WrestleMania, Sorg?
Go for it.
Okay. WrestleMania. Bret versus Vince in a street fight
Mm-hmm.
with Shawn Michaels as the referee.
No, I think Shawn Michaels is going to be involved with Taker. I think it's still going to happen.
I think he will be too, but I think Shawn will come out as like in a referee shirt. You know what I mean? I think Bret will lock Vince in the sharpshooter, and Shawn will call for the bell right away.
Ugh.
Or Earl Hebner comes back. And
that'd be even funnier.
Or Linda. Linda.
I can just. They're gonna redo that somehow, where Vince McMahon gets the shaft.
Yeah, yeah. So now, it's got to be something more to it. There's got to be some kind of stakes to it, you know.
Not necessarily.
You think it's just going to be who gets embarrassed?
Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon wasn't for anything.
That's true. But I don't think
it was Hogan.
I don't think it was highest stakes. And even the Hogan thing, I mean, it didn't really. There wasn't anything in front of people as far as Hogan versus Vince in real life. You know what I mean? It was all kind of on the back side of things, you know, as opposed to Bret's, you know, came out and avidly tore down Vince.
Mm.
Well, it's like I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't like the segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that surprised me. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought the Shawn Michaels thing was really well done. But honestly, I think whatever way they wanted to go with that would have worked for me. Like, if they went the way they went, or they had Bret turn on Shawn, or Shawn turn on Bret, I think any one of those three ways, I would have enjoyed it.
I'm okay with that. No, the money's with Vince because it's going to the top, and that was, I don't know. The burying the hatchet with Shawn was really nice and everything because everybody wants to support Shawn in the long run, especially with his Born Again deal. But part of me wants to say that that might not be the last of that. You know, Shawn, that could be setting it up for Shawn to turn on him on like Royal Rumble or something going into WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I mean, plus you never know. Shawn could still screw over Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's setting up for that. It's that false sense of security. You know, we got what we expected out of Vince. You know. And otherwise knowing, you know, Bret's going to be back, and we know Bret's going to be back. And it didn't feel like, it was mentioned earlier, it didn't feel like a GM position. It felt like Bret's setting up to be around for a little bit.
That's true. Bret didn't so much make any matches or do anything GM-y. He was just kind of there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And maybe it was just me. I was surprised when Vince kicked Bret in the balls.
Really?
Well, Vince had me hook, line, and sinker with his speech.
Nice.
I have to say, like, I know a lot of other people weren't fooled, but he really had me for a split second there.
don't know. When
I
they
still
were doing
believe
their,
Shawn.
Go ahead.
What was that, Lunchbox?
I was gonna say, whenever they were doing their pose down, I was watching it thinking, okay, who's gonna attack who? Is Vince gonna attack Brett, or is Brett gonna attack Vince?
I thought Shawn was gonna attack Brett before I thought Vince was. Because I saw Shawn as soon as he pulled away from the handshake and just stand and look at him, I'm like, oh no, he's not gonna super kick the Stoke face, is he?
And he teased that. Yeah, they did a real good job of teasing that. They both stopped at that, in that position where he could pull it off. And he's done it before. We've seen him with Hogan. We've seen him with, a few different people.
Cena,
yes.
Oh, Cena. And how great was that John Cena wasn't on the show last night, and they still destroyed in the ratings?
Mm-hmm.
Totally wasn't.
And somebody made the point, I think it was over on Between the Ropes. It's like, you know what? He's been champion and on the show and had horrible ratings, so it's not, he's not the deal,
Yeah, and plus, I think it was really funny. Cena was at one of their competitions, the Fiesta Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just hilarious. Like, I don't even understand why they would try and book Cena for a game that was supposed to be on a Monday night. Like, I do not get what the fuck the point of that was.
You know what, though? It's at the point that it's like, for the publicity, and they can spare him for a night. Even this. They're like, Cena got booked. We got Bret Hart. Go ahead and play Cena.
Yeah,
we got
ATNA. You pulled in the entire NWO. We don't have our huge multi-million-dollar money-making star.
Yeah,
and we're still better than you.
Yeah. TNA kind of threw everything in the kitchen sink, and the guy working on the kitchen sink, and the plumbing authority, and
don't talk about Orlando Jordan like that.
And the renter that you're paying for that sink to get fixed from, and some city taxes in there, throwing it at WWE last night. It just. Yeah. And you know what? It still did not feel nearly as epic as that first 10 minutes of Raw.
No, not even close.
Because that's been my long-standing argument. TNA does big. It still feels small because it's on a soundstage sitting down there in Florida, and it doesn't feel as big as WWE because WWE just has the atmosphere, and what TNA does can get done. With its pinky. TNA takes all night to do and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I think someone posted it took TNA an hour to become the top trending topic
Actually,
on Twitter.
It took about half an hour, 40 minutes.
And it took Bret Hart 9 minutes.
Yes. Well, that shows the staying power. It's just.
And notice Hulk Hogan was never a trending topic.
Nope. That should so.
Bret Hart was. Hulk Hogan wasn't.
Hulk Hogan is gonna be in for a rude awakening because when TNA doesn't do anything, which
sir, they can't bring him back to the NWO.
Have we seen ratings?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I saw
ratings came
TNA's
out.
anyway.
What was TNA's?
They started off at a 1.6, and then they went steadily downhill.
Yeah, they stayed in the ones. Raw got around a 5.
And that is awesome for Raw.
Yeah, it really is.
Raw hasn't pulled a 5 in a very long time.
I don't know what this this is in millions of viewers. It says that TNA first hour of Impact was viewed by 2.5 million viewers. Last night's special was the highest rated ever, surpassing an April 2008 episode that drew 1.9. So Monday Night Raw featured a viewership of 5.5 million viewers. And I think that does translate into 5.5, 2.2 as we usually see. So according to this, WWE got a 5.5?
I don't think it translates exactly.
Okay, so I'm not reading this right.
It is around. It is close to that though.
Okay.
Because
But-
Riz put down the breakdown of.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Officially, that's a 5.6 for WWE. It looks like from Riz. You got a source for that, Riz? I just want to read up on the article. He said WrestleFan says 1.6, 1.4, 1.2 for the hourlies for TNA, and then we got 5.6 overall for Raw. Now, hasn't Raw been doing threes?
Yeah.
For months.
Not been doing well.
For months, since WrestleMania at least. Maybe even down at 2 once in a while. And but you know what? The point wasn't to beat. I don't think anybody went in last night thinking they could beat Raw.
I sure as hell hope not.
They went into last night trying to make as much noise, as much racket as they could.
And on that note, they succeeded.
And to be completely honest, they do not need to beat Raw to be successful. It's like when we're talking those matches of Dolph Ziggler versus Mysterio. Ziggler doesn't have to beat Mysterio for that Intercontinental belt to be successful on this night. They just got to make a good showing.
But I'm sorry, TNA, you're not going to make a good showing if 10 minutes into your live show, you have the entire audience,
Yelling
your
bullshit.
audience, chanting, "This is bullshit."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they even brought the Terror Dome in to begin with.
Yeah.
They should have had an Ultimate X.
Even when they first said, "Hey, we got the Asylum," it's like, really? You do tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention all the fucking false advertising.
What do you mean?
Within the first 5 minutes of the show, they said, "Oh, we're gonna have a barbed wire massacre match with Rhino and Abyss," which I actually kind of wanted to see. And then we're gonna have a Full Metal Mayhem match for the tag team titles, the British Invasion versus Beer Money.
And I saw that card going into the show. Yeah.
I wanted to see that. I'm like, this is gonna be fucking good. This will take me away from whatever Raw is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Bischoff teared up the run sheet.
Which that alone, the fact that he fucking tore up the run sheet, what the hell?
Yeah.
So
I mean, really.
So he's coming out and doing, maybe he's doing this on purpose. He's coming out and doing what everybody said. The thing is, Bischoff knows what everybody bitched about him back in WCW. He's enumerated it in his books. Like half of his book was defending all the stuff he did in WCW and his side of the story on everything he's ever been accused of for bringing it down. So it's got to be he's trying to come out and say, look, I'm doing exactly what I did in WCW, and I'm hoping it has a storyline. It's too obvious to be anything else.
And like, I didn't watch the Hulk Hogan interview section.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it the first time around because Brett and Sean were talking, and I was more interested.
Of course. And Twitter's I saw said it was more like a stockholders meeting.
Oh, I watched it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Jesus, like, really? That was where it was. It wasn't even like a stockholders meeting. It was just like a class reunion. You have the class reunion where you get to the arena, you see one guy who got really fat, the one guy you kind of remember you knew,
the one guy that's just doing weird shit
really well,
the one guy that's doing weird
just look really old,
one guy that's working in Mexico because he couldn't find work anywhere else.
Yeah, Degeneration Mex.
Yeah.
Way to milk that cow for all it's worth. Like, seriously, does X-Pac have anything else to fall back on besides two factions he was only a minor part of to begin with?
No, he does not. The only
I want to see him be the 1, 2, 3 kid again.
What was that, Lunchbox?
I said his only other claim to fame is banging China.
Yeah, exactly.
It was more like China banged him.
I didn't see it. I will not.
Ooh, don't. Your nuts will shrivel up and die.
I need those.
Well.
And a side note, I do want to mention this. Of course, the winner of our Pens ticket contest actually is at the game and has been sending me updates. When he sent me a picture of his view from the seats that we provided him.
Excellent.
And also, let me bring up these text messages he's been sending to us. He said, well, first stall goal. WMS saved the Pens by sending me to the game. No more losing streak. For those that don't know, the Pittsburgh Penguins have been losing for, I think before Christmas.
Dude, I was listening to the game on the way over. Fucking Letang got a goal.
Holy shit.
Letang, the last time he got a goal was November.
Yeah. 5-2 stall. 5-2 stall. Stahl had 2 goals. New guy scores power play goal. So yeah, we're working the power play. Good to go. So that of course our winner, Malengo Akbo Sambe, my coworker. But hey, it was all fair. There was a video online of me pulling it from a hat. No, it was somebody else, a mysterious arm from the side pulling it from a hat. Actually. So you can go see that, and that's over on the Blip TV. It's on WrestlingMayhemShow.com and everything. So, but thanks, while we're there, thanks for everybody that donated and put in for tickets for that raffle for Child's Play charity. We've sent the money along to them. So yeah, first contest, varying success. We're looking forward to having more in the future. Thanks to Black. Help me
Black
out here,
Gold, Snacks and More.
Yes. blackgoldandmore.com, I believe, off the top of my head.
That's exactly right.
Snacks on snacks.
Snacks on snacks!
Snacks on snacks. And they also have plenty of stuff. Yes, blackgoldandmore.com. They do have some merchandise for you Pittsburgh sports fans, for Penguins, Steelers, and Pirates fans over there. So go
Pirates
check them
fan.
out. And thank you, and Pirates fan. Apparently Hutch from Bird's Eye View is that indeed Pirates fan by looking at the Bev Lounge. You gonna throw out to them. Thanks to the Bird's Eye View for inviting the Mayhem over for the New Year's party. Lunchbox, of course, cut out early, but
I did. Okay. I got very ill.
You had a rough New Year, sir. But there are
No
plenty of
bueno.
pictures. There are plenty of pictures on Rob's Flickr. So
One can live vicariously through the photos.
Indeed.
And you can also live vicariously through the photos on my Facebook, if you can find me.
I think I was flipping through those a little earlier.
Yes, because you are in some of them, sir.
What? I wasn't at your... Wait, did you have a picture of me at the New Year's party? That's kind of
No,
weird.
from before.
Oh, okay.
From when you came up to visit.
Real quick, before we get to the Mayhem football, a couple side notes. It's been a couple weeks. I marked a couple things that actually didn't have to do with last night. One, there's a new pro wrestling reality show starring a former TNA wrestler coming to Spike TV. And that one is the show's called Half Pint Brawlers. The 30-minute show is expected to debut this summer and will star former TNA little person wrestler Puppet. I'm wondering if he's the midget that was whacking off in the trash can on the first episode.
Oh, wow.
Midget wrestling reality show. I think I'm watching it.
That sounds awesome.
And the fact that this is on before WrestleLicious even finds a network is hilarious to me.
WrestleLicious, baby! Did you guys enjoy those on the best of?
WrestleLicious!
Yes, Jimmy Hart is like the Mickey Mouse of professional wrestling.
Can I say something?
He's a good. Yes.
I hate ODB.
Why?
I hate ODB.
Because she punches herself in the dick?
Yeah, she kept slapping herself in the snatch. Who does that?
She prepares for her match.
Yeah.
But there's a reason I hate ODB. And it's her whole person. She, like, her
So
gimmick,
you hate her as a person?
Yes, her whole feud of Tara is that, like, Tara hasn't worked as hard as ODB has, and didn't deserve the title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the facts, which TNA doesn't like to do that often.
Nope.
Tara, for Victoria, has been wrestling a lot longer than ODB.
Mm-hmm.
ODB hasn't even been TNA for 3 years, yet she's talking about it took us 7 years to get here. She punches herself in the tits and in the snatch, and then drinks to prepare for a match.
That's how I do it.
And she doesn't even know the name of her own division. And she kind of insults her division by calling it the knocked up division.
Yeah. I mean, it's meant to be cute. It's meant to be a cute thing.
No,
Yeah,
but
it's
no.
it's meant to be a little bit of
Not when you're a
personality.
heel.
It's meant to be a little bit of personality there.
Yeah, but that's not personality if you're insulting every woman in your division.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if she was doing it just to be a heel, and implying that the other ones are whores and they're getting knocked up, okay, I'm fine with that. But she did it as a face just because her character's stupid.
But that's her character. Granted.
Yeah, I know, but it just bothers me, Sorg. Like, TNA wants to have this real serious women's division, yet their champion says, like, oh, I'm knocked up champion! What does that mean? You didn't take the fucking morning after pill? Like, what does that even mean, ODB? You don't make sense.
Thanks, WrestleFan. Anyone notice that ODB puts her finger to her neck to check her pulse during the matches?
That was funny. I'll give her credit for that. That was funny. But
right.
I think she's just checking her blood alcohol content.
In other women's news, Melina was injured, and of course we're getting a Divas title tournament out of that. ACL tear that's going to put her out for 6 months.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. Also in Delicious, I have links for the matches for the Knockouts New Year's Eve special. If you want to check that out, I plan to in the near future. Thanks to divadirt.com, I think. See, Angelina Love Angelina Love was actually supposed to show up this week.
She's going to be on next week, Sorg.
Okay. Oh, she's telling me that as if it's a fact, as if it may have already happened, yet it hasn't been on for like a week and a half. What?
Yeah. DNA, we are back to pre-recorded.
Yeah. Maria, there's the first official cast announcement and picture is up with her on there. There's actually not a list on there. Cyndi Lauper, Bill Goldberg, Sharon Osbourne, amongst the names I care about. I think Bret Michaels is a part of this.
Bret freaking Michaels, yeah.
That's right.
So Chad the Shad's there?
I think, is that Sinbad in this picture?
I think it is Sinbad, actually.
Let me.
Sinbad is a very funny man.
Oh, well, that's supposed to be a link. If you guys copy and paste that entire thing, it should work. Filming a show about in November, one series.
Pearl Jam? No.
Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder?
I'm looking to see who's on the Celebrity Apprentice.
The picture's not the best, so I'm having trouble figuring out.
So I remember. Here we go. Let's see. Carol Leifer, Sinbad, Maria from WWE, Rod Blackford, former Illinois governor, Sharon Osbourne, track and field Olympian Michael Johnson, Chef Curtis Stone, Cyndi Lauper, Bill Goldberg, who is listed as a WWE heavyweight.
He was last in WWE, though.
True. Baseball star Darryl Strawberry, Poison vocalist Bret Michaels, lingerie model Salida Ebanks, swimmer Summer Sanders, and actress/author Holly Robinson Pete, better known as that bitch from Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
And Summer Sanders is also best known for host of What Would You Do? I mean, not What Would You Do, Figure It Out.
Yeah, we do. They're right in the chat room. 3 people on Apprentice that were involved in wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
including Cyndi Lauper. That's incredible. Well, hey, no, 4 people, because Sharon Osbourne was just one of the co-hosts of Raw. Speaking of co-hosts, I want to get moving. Let's get this wrapped up here. And I lost my list. The guys from Psych are going to be guest GMing.
True. I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
I am excited for that. Because those guys look like they're pretty good on the ad lib from those outtakes you see from Psych.
And did you hear who else is supposed to be guest hosting?
Who's that? I know
William Tiberius Shatner.
No, he's been on something before, hasn't he? Like he's been on
remember
WrestleMania.
He had his little thing with Jerry Lawler. He punched him.
He punched Jerry Lawler?
Not IRL.
Jerry Lawler in the face.
Wait, I'm confused now.
Not in real life.
Back in the
Raw.
day.
On Raw.
Yeah, well, that's real life enough.
When Lawler had the King's Court.
Who did Arnold Schwarzenegger punch?
Triple H.
Was it Triple H?
I thought it was his wife.
His wife.
Arnold Schwarzenegger did not punch his wife.
You don't know what happens behind this.
Arnold punched everyone. But yeah, Shatner's going to be on February 1st, says Mayhem Missy in the chat. Awesome. So, I think that's all I have for the news up here, guys. I want to make sure we get to, of course, the results of the Mayhem Fantasy Football.
Wait.
What?
Did you guys, I'm sorry if I came in later in the show, did you mention Steve Williams?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. If you want to go.
We should mention Dr. Death Steve Williams, after a long fight with cancer, passed away. Was it day before yesterday, I think?
I think it was... No, it was a little while ago. It was before the New Year.
Mm.
I believe it was Friday or Saturday.
Mm. Well, either way, we send out our condolences and our thoughts and prayers to the family and friends of Dr. Death Steve Williams. He will be missed.
Yes. So, well, on that note, I think we should. Yes.
So, sorry, one more thing from last week. Tommy Dreamer's gone from ECW.
Yes.
Tommy Dreamer's gone from WWE.
I heard he was leaving, and then he showed up on ECW last week. I'm like, okay.
And now Tommy Dreamer's gone. Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Zack Ryder and Sheamus have both eliminated people from WWE in the past couple months.
That's right, Jamie Noble.
Yeah, and it was nice that they gave Dreamer an actual send off.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was a really touching speech he had. Beulah was there, his kids were there. And it was just really it was a nice tribute, which, you know, knowing that they did right by Tommy Dreamer means he's going to be in TNA in 30 days.
Oh no. No, I think they're going to give him a job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Maybe.
No, he's not. He didn't want the desk job either.
Huh.
He's been released from his contract.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's been there for so long, and he did have a desk job for a little bit, and he stuck with it. Hopefully he's done good, and he's ready to move on. That's cool. You know.
Yep. So we're gonna see Dreamer versus Raven.
Come on. Hey, maybe we'll see him on the indie circuit in TNA or IWC. I never know. All right, real quick here, guys. The Mayhem football ended a couple weeks ago, and we haven't been on to talk about what happened.
Did I win?
Of course.
The Cowboys won.
The champion of Mayhem Fantasy Football for this season is the one, the only, Riz's Rampage. Congratulations. I have no music prepared for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's the Riz, and he's kind of okay.
Come on. Come on. You can't do that to him. He's the winner. He is the winner. Some douchebag's number 2, and the Cuban Arby's is number 3. The Cuban Arby's number 3. Congratulations, WrestleFan.
And I'm number
in the
4,
top 3.
bitches.
You're number 4. From your leading point through the majority of the season to number 4. How
Well, you know
the
what,
tournament
Sorg?
goes.
My Cowboys are more important than your
Cowboys. You
Mayhem
sold your soul for the
Fantasy League.
Cowboys. And then rounding it out, we got
Because my team's the only one in the playoffs.
What? Oh wait. Oh hey. Oh hey. Oh.
Haha.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We apparently we're too busy shining that 6th trophy in our locker room instead of.
It's okay. We'll have our 6th soon.
Oh yeah, we'll see. Wait. What are the Cowboys up to? 5? 4?
5.
4. 5. No,
5.
4.
5.
Wait, I thought it was 4.
5.
4.5.
I got 5 on it, Sorg.
4.5. Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't really count. They're not a real team.
Yeah, they're a fake team. They're a fake team.
Tell your quarterback to wear a helmet and to have better microphone skills for wrestling.
We tried.
Hey! It still did better than your Yankees guy.
He wasn't on the Yankees. That's why we let him go, because he couldn't talk.
Seriously, it wasn't on the Yankees at the time?
No, he wasn't.
I had no idea. No idea.
That's why they didn't promote him as a world champion New York Yankee.
Oh wow. Okay, guys. Mad Mike.
Yes.
We know what you've learned from the Mayhem for the last 4 years. What have you learned from wrestling this week?
Oh, WWE can still crush someone's throat when they absolutely need to.
Okay.
Because honestly, I don't think it was a contest Monday night. I think Raw outperformed TNA in every manner of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I think it honestly did. I might be alone in that. I'm sure a lot of people will say that it was a lot closer, but I think, because we can all agree that the past couple weeks Raw has been very lackluster and somewhat shitty. But this past week, they turned the shit on, and when they turn the shit on, because they know they have direct competition, they will step on your fucking throat. Like Jericho doing the Hogan taunt says it all.
Oh, that was great.
That was pretty good. Lil B, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Well, Sorg, I have 2 things. I did want to say what I learned from 4 years of the Wrestling Mayhem show. But what I learned from wrestling this week is that you would always talk about how, Hogan would come out and you'd still mark out just like when you were a little kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I marked out for Bret Hart. That's what I learned. Because it's still possible to just mark out. That's what I learned. I was completely thrilled with seeing my favorite wrestler on Monday Night Raw. He looks all right. He looks fantastic actually for having 2 strokes, and yeah, it was great. So I learned that you can still be a kid again.
Excellent. I share the same sentiment over that first segment. So again, and that's that it factor that I'm talking about that TNA is just missing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like Hart. I marked out.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sorgatron, what'd you learn from this week in wrestling?
I want to go back to a comment that I threw out there last night. You know what I'm nostalgic for? Because we're having a discussion. Somebody said about how they're using the nostalgia factory with everything last night to get your attention. So you know what I'm nostalgic for? Something new that makes me care again. We get that feeling from Hulk Hogan, from Bret Hart, last night. Hulk Hogan previously, of course. I get that feeling, like I mentioned before, when I watch old Hulk Hogan tapes, feeling like I'm 12 years old again. But we don't have enough going on now that we're going to look at it in 5 years and be like, oh, that was a good moment, or I don't think we've had the closest things we've had to that lately is Flair and Michaels, which still is something new, but it was a lot of old people. Jericho and Shawn was something I thought was new and fresh and really had a lot to it, and is going to be memorable for years. A lot of Edge stuff, But again, a lot of bland going on. I mean, those are a lot of here and in betweens, you know. And we have a lot of stretches in between those nuggets. So that's what I got. Well, guys, this has been episode 200. 4 years. Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
I came up with this, and it's too good to not share.
Okay.
What I learned from 4 years of the Wrestling Mayhem show.
You already gave one.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's right.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 4 years of the Wrestling Mayhem show, I learned that no matter what is going on, no matter what's happening with my life, I learned that I can always talk about wrestling. No matter what's going on. When I got the news that my grandfather died, I was at your house, Sorg. And I don't remember the pay-per-view we were watching, but all I remember was I got the news, I came back in, because it was, you know, I wasn't going home yet, and we watched the rest of the pay-per-view, and I remember sitting there and saying, you know what, this match would be really good had I not just gotten the news that I had gotten. No matter what, you can always talk about wrestling. That's what I learned 4 years in the Mayhem show.
Excellent.
Well said.
Excellent. So...
And quick from the chat room, Riz learned that the Iron Sheik's tweets are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleFan learned that we're fucking insane.
Okay. Okay.
And also that no one really retires, which is true. They just go to TNA. And Missy learned that something that's nostalgic for her, IWC is making the return to CCAC. I'm not sure what that means. I'm assuming it's an arena.
It's an old
college campus.
Yeah, it's they used to have most of their shows there a few years ago before we started going. So I mean, we started going late 2006, so that should give you an idea. So yeah, there's actually several shows that are going to be there. So it's not too far away. I don't think. Actually, I think it should be closer to us than the previous Court Time Sports Center. So, yeah, go check out IWCWrestling.com. Their shows, it's so close. Oh, man. So, hop, skip, and a jump away. Thanks. Go check them out. They have a lot of crazy stuff going on with their schedule. Clearfield, PA is getting like at least 3 shows, I think, this year. Maybe 4. A lot of stuff's been mixed up. It's a lot. We had Chuck, we had Jimmy on before. A lot of stuff. You're gonna see a lot of cool stuff coming out of them this year, I think. Road to Super Indy comes back. Oh, geez, 4 of them at CCAC. There you go. That's Community College, Allegheny County, I believe. Well, guys, this has been your Wrestling Mayhem show 200. Please, like the commercial says, go if you're going to be picking up anything wrestling related, whether it's gear for you indie wrestlers out there, or any DVDs or action figures or anything. Please check out the highspots.com but please click on the links going there on WrestlingMayhemShow.com to help support us. We also have a new reoccurring donation button on the left there. Donut button. We really are, one of the resolutions this year, we really are serious about getting this show as professional and not with that keyboard in that video that's all painted up. Get some new equipment around here, stuff that doesn't fail half the time, that makes really interesting situations for the live recordings, I tell you what. And put me up to 3 in the morning, try to fix.
Sorg did not run anywhere in the point where we lost audio.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't, for you live guys. So please, if you're enjoying the show, and you can spare $2 a month, $5 a month, we'll flush that out here in the coming days, I think. Please go check that out. We'd love to be able to just run on donations and not have to worry about advertising. We're also looking down those avenues too, of course, trying the affiliate program with High Spots. What we've been doing with Black and Gold and more out in Mount Pleasant. with the Pens Tickets contest and everything. So trying to keep the show coming to you as we can, as best we can. But 4 years running, and here's hoping we can be another 4 years and make it better than ever and make it grow. So that's where I'm looking, guys.
Here's to the next 200 episodes, bitches.
That's right. To the next 200 episodes. So, I mean, look at it now. It's 200. We had a couple of PC mics sitting here on the desk with, like, 3 or 4 of us around it doing our show. Now, Mad Mike's in the Bronx. LB's about an hour away from where I'm at. I'm in a Snuggie. And we have
fans in a helicopter.
WrestleFans in a helicopter in Texas, Cuba, Mexico. And well, fuck that. I'm in a Snuggie. And we're streaming video like nothing. And we're looking, and this might be a video podcast in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I'm guessing LB's not wearing any pants.
Yeah.
Hey, that was going to be a surprise.
Damn it. So
it's
thanks,
only
guys.
a surprise if you say it beforehand.
DJ Lunchbox, ThoughtfulRiot.com.
Yes, sir.
Mad Mike. I don't know why I'm pointing. I just imagine you're over this way. Actually, I was right. New York is that way.
Roughly.
Point to the north-ish.
There can be only one.
No, north's that way. So actually, you're that way. So to Mad Mike,
the north.
Where the fuck you are in relation to me? He's at White Van with Candy. .blogspot.com.
That is correct.
Mad Mike 4883 on Twitter. DJ Lunchbox on Twitter. Sawyertron on Twitter. Sawyertron.com. Got my New Year's resolutions going up on the site.
Tweets.
Yes. What?
No one can beat my awesome tweets.
I gotta go. My wife's calling, and we'll talk to you guys later. Check out the new intro or outro.
Ooh.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Please subscribe to our iTunes streams and blog at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Email us at goodtimes@WrestlingMayhemShow.com or call us with any comments at 412-206-WMS0. We love to hear from our fans, and who knows, maybe you'll make it onto the show.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show was recorded live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in front of a live internet audience, and is a production of Sorgatron Media.
You can be part of the show as we record live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on TalkShoe.com and Eastern.tv.